Thank you, Mr. La, for joining the program today, and we have some questions to ask you. And first of all, could you introduce your company, your vision, and I think.
Sure, thank you. Firstly, Susdai, and thank you very much for having me today on SEA TV. And and also Mr. Vana, thank you for having me. We are a Singaporean government-approved solution, and we've just opened up our headquarters here in Cambodia last week with our official launch. What we offer here on our solution is an integrated HR platform, which is a cloud-based automation of payroll, scheduling, attendance, and most of all is also learning and development. So this is all integrated into one platform. Has never been done before in Cambodia. So it's a very unique solution, and we're very excited to launch this into the Cambodia market.
That sounds interesting. And what are the reasons QHR solution creation in Cambodia?
It's a very interesting journey, how it came all about. So the journey started about September of last year, when a business friend of ours asked us, have you ever looked at Cambodia as a potential market? At that time, we didn't know anything about Cambodia. So all I knew was it has pretty much the best GDP growth for the last 4 or 5 years in Southeast Asia. So in September, my CEO and I traveled to Phnom Penh and met with the various companies in hotel, banking, F&B, just to understand in the market a little bit more. And from that travel, we found that there was a very high demand in company looking to digitalize their process. And 95% of the company in Cambodia are still paper-driven. And the other side of it is learning and development. There's only 22% of companies that actually do training efficiently. And unfortunately, those trainings are only for middle tier and senior tier management. And you have a huge young workforce that are needing in continuous training and upskilling to get ready for the digital workforce. So that's somewhere that we thought there was a very, very high potential that we can make a difference and make an impact in this economy and also the market.
Do you think that human resources play the most significant role in development in Cambodia? You think that?
I think it's a huge market, yes, and it played a vital role. As I said, Cambodia is in a very unique position, the way I see it, because the average age of the workforce is 25 years old. Which is unique in the Southeast Asia, but probably the youngest in the world also. So this is an opportunity to develop and talent manage this young workforce, for them to produce and learn, expand their skill set, expand their experience throughout. So this is a very big market. And company need to be able to train these talent to retain them and also increase their productivity. So this is where HR technology can come in very handy. As you can see this with COVID, it accelerates this also. About 85% of the companies worldwide, after the COVID and also through reporting, 85% of the companies worldwide are looking into automation. And this is indicative of where the market is going.
So, as a HR solution company, what are the important having a good HR management in a company? Could you share your concept, please?
Yes, actually. So there are about 5 different types of optimization that you look at. One is data. With automation and technology, you understand the data more. So now you'll be able to predict and react to the market situation a lot better. Also, automation. Automation allows you to operate more agile, and then also to meet market demand and also be more flexible with any challenges coming up. The other side of it is retention, market retention and talent management. Okay, so like I said, this is a very young workforce. And all the young people are looking for guidance and developing of their career. And if we do it properly, we can really accelerate the growth of the workforce and upskill to make it more profitable, and also as an investment potential from overseas market, from different company, because now you have a higher skill level for all your workforce. Not just manual labor anymore, but we're looking at more diverse skill set.
So could you share your experience, your knowledge, how to make a company will be successful with good human resources?
Wow, good human resources starts with what is human resource? It's about the people.
Sure.
So what we look at is using technology, what we call is more of a technology to enable services, automation, and different functionality. Once you have that, you create automation, then you engage the people and engage your staff. Through that, we have self-services and more engagement, more productivity. And when you have all that, then what we call empowerment. And that's a big, really key word, is empowerment for the young people today, is that when you go into work, you want to make sure, or you want to feel that your company is looking after you, but then also you want to be able to empower to make a difference, right? To grow with the company, and also to be an active participant in helping the company grow, not just for yourself, but then be a productive member of the team.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I need Victor Lars to share your idea. What is different between the strategic plan and strategic HR management and traditional HR?
Very good question. Yes, so traditional HR is more reactive. So let's just say, if you need something, you go to your HR manager and fill out a form and asking for it. So the process will take time and everything. So what it does is just slows down the whole process, and also it doesn't create any engagement. Whereas technology, in terms of strategic HR, means that you're using technology to help you run the operation more efficiently. And through this efficiency and automation, you'll be able to see every data along the path of the operation. So then you can make key decisions more quickly and more agile. And through that, also, using technology such as mobile app and stuff like that, now you're engaging your employee to help you run your operation. Because now you're giving them to do self-service. So from our mobile app, they can do facial recognition, that they can do the attendance tracking. So now you can run your operation anywhere. They can ask for leave. So you don't have to pick up, or you don't have to wait anything. From the mobile app, you can apply for leave, or you can apply for claim. You can check when you're working. You can check policy, everything. So this is where the automation and strategic HR management comes in, is that you'll be able to make smart and precise decision as a management team to face any challenges.
Victor, we need you to share your perspective. What are the new trends regarding human resources, not only Cambodia, across the world?
Across the world, wow, that's a big topic. I can go on for hours. But I think the most important thing is to start off, you need good data. Good data will allow you to understand everything real time and allow you to react properly. Especially now that it's with COVID, I think it's even more prominent that company needs good data to understand what's going on operationally and also within their own workforce. Because people are working remote, some people are working in an office, so you need to be able to gather all those data quickly. The other side of it is what I call human capital management. So HR, traditional HR, most people just think it's a payroll. And you get this a lot of the time. It's like HR people just manage finance and everything. But in today's world, HR is the backbone of a company. The success of or failure of a company is based on who you hire. How do you retain and nurture those talent? How do you identify who are your superstars? Who are the one that needs upskilling and more mentoring? So this is where the dynamic comes in a lot more. So you build talent and also you build the company culture using what we call human capital management. And that's really important because with technology, automation and robotic, skills and numbers can be crunched using robotics. But what they cannot do is the soft skills. And soft skills are the human element. And that's where we need to mine. And for Cambodia, it's even more important because we have a large workforce that's young, that needs direction, that needs nurturing, that needs talent management. Right? So without that, if we don't do this properly, we're gonna lose a whole generation of potential leaders and superstars that we should allow them to lay waste and not really finding those talent and finding those passion right away.
So you can say that robotics cannot replace human resources?
No, never. So that's the thing. So robotics and stuff will allow you to understand and react to situation quicker. But it still takes the human mind and the human capacity to work within each other. So, for us to do a deal or, train people, you still need that human interaction. Automation and robotic can only enhance things because it gives us more data and more predictive reporting. So same thing is like top-end software such as SAP and stuff like that. They give you a lot of report and graphs and stuff like that, but it's still up to the human factor to be able to read and analyze those data and what you're going to do out of those data. You can have as many reports as you want, but if you don't know how to read it and how to strategize it, it's defeating. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yes.
Perspective or your idea. How does having a good human resource management provide positive impact to the human resource industry in Cambodia?
Good. That's a really good question. There's two parts. Having a good human HR management system allows you to grow your company at scale. And the other side of it is that having the system will allow you to grow, but then also be more compliant with the government. So through this system, we automate everything from e-filing to tax filing to NSSF filing. So this will allow you to be more compliant. So as you grow, if you even have thinking of doing an IPO, this is already embedded. Everything is already compliant for you, as you know. And also for smaller SME, we have everything in module. So then it will help you grow from, if you have a company of 5 people or even to start, it's scalable. So then right away, it's even more important as an SME to do it properly from the beginning. Because all of a sudden, if you're successful and you scale, you already have the foundation, right? Everything is there for you. So then you can grow at scale. And this is the other thing that you have to look at is that one thing you can do, SME and any company that looks to grow in this market or this day and age is that we probably use this, think local, right? But believe you're global. So what happened is that you think about all your services to help the local economy and local preference. But in your strategy, think globally, because that's how you grow. And using technology like this will allow you to be cross-border. So if you want to grow into, let's just say, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam or anything, our system will facilitate that growth right away already. So you don't have to worry about applying new system. It's already in there.
Okay, that's good. But Victor, does automation and digitalization propel a company growth in terms of the revenue, you think?
It does have direct correlation. However, it doesn't come into readily apparent. Because what happened is that automation and digitalization create a streamline of your operation. So now, let's just say, even in attendance tracking, if you create an accurate attendance tracking, there's no loss of revenue in terms of missing overtime or miscalculation. The other side of it is that automation and digitalization allows you to see and manage your operation across multiple department and stream. So now you can actually maneuver and manage your workforce more efficiently. So you can scale up and scale down, or you can even manage your people to create more productivity. So as you know, with productivity, increased productivity, you increase revenue. And also you have chance to improve your customer relationship, and that entails into better customer conversion also. Yeah. So there's many different things in terms of digitalization. The other side of it also is an automation is that you can run across different streams and at real time, because right now you have 5Gs coming in Cambodia, and also with the government's digitalization movement, this is the perfect time for us to adopt this, because now you're enabling growth. And also you're fitting into the government movement. So now you're being supported by the government also.
Yeah, that's very good. Victor, and how significant upskilling and skill empower employees are in the development and sustainability of company?
I would probably say in Cambodia, that probably the #1 priority. So that was our goal from the beginning when we first came here. That we saw was only 22% of the company are able to do training, and majority of it's offline training. So you're not able to track and engage, and also to manage how well is your staff developing along the career path. So that's really important in terms of upskilling and continuously upskilling and study and development. The sustainability of the company through COVID is even more important, because now you're downsizing. So if you only have a small number of workforce, you need to develop them as agile, as multi-skilled as possible. And then knowing where your strengths are. So when you go back to rehiring all these new staff, you know exactly where you need to hire and which talent or which skill or skill gap that you require for the new hiring. So that will create a better dynamic and create more productivity for your company going forward.
According to your perspective, what's your opinion how to improve human resources in Cambodia, and QHR solution, how you can help to improve human resources in Cambodia?
Like I said, understanding the talent and the skill gap of your team is very important, because in the last 2 months we've done a lot of studies and met a lot of young people. And it's funny that you put empowerment as one of your questions, is that majority, I would say about 90% of these young people, young graduate or people who are just recently entering the workforce, what they expressed to me was the sense of empowerment. So that's the thing is, so how do you develop that talent pool and create the best possible worker, best possible staff for your company, allowing them to be empowered, so then they would actually give 110, 150% every day and enjoying coming to work and also learning new skills. And that's the key to sustainability and growth for any company. That's the magic formula. I have a little bit more, but I think it starts with that. It's basically, again, it's just talent management is really important. The rest of the stuff technology can do, but if you don't harness the talent and be able to identify these talent, then you're going to lose it to your competitor, or they just become dissatisfied and you're not getting 100% out of them, and you're not really reaching their potential.
And Victor, what is the next step of QHR solution in Cambodia, your perspective?
Well, for us, like I said, our vision and mission is to be to make a difference in Cambodia. So for us is that we're expanding our office by hiring local talent and developing them to help and local companies how to grow, training with training, and also teaching them with the best practice that we've learned from Singapore and also from developed country to see how we can actually make and accelerate the digital movement here. Also, what we like to do is also build a digital ecosystem. So with anything, digitally and also enabling digital, it doesn't mean you sit on a silo, so everybody just sit and do their own thing. We all need to work together as a business leader, community. We all need to work together on how do we make it easier, how to integrate our technology and our commitment to help people use. It's more user-friendly, the technology be user-friendly, the technology be integrated so then everything flows together. So then the adoption rate becomes higher and therefore everybody seamlessly engaged without having to struggle and challenge.
Thank you, Victor, for joining the program today.
Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you.